Hello, my peeps. It is I, Gina. I am back with another project from the Bargain Bee box of October. I'm trying to look. Midnight Menagerie. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but oh well. If I did, I did. If I didn't, I didn't. I don't know. But anyway, everybody knows that we're dealing with bats. We have bats. Lots of bats. So I'm thinking bats like there's fruit bats that like fruit. And these melon beads remind me of melons. So they're fruit. So fruity bats. That's what we got going on today. Fruity bats. All right. Well, I'm going to get started here. We're going to put, I'm going to start with these. Put a bat. These are links. So I'm going to do a link in the middle, and then we have our bat that's going to hang. Yeah, there we go. We're going to hang him right in the middle. He is going to be our centerpiece. And I'm going to get started here. I don't have my 49 strand wire. I got this from Potomac Beads. Came in a box. I don't remember what I ordered, but this came with it. So I'm going to use this, and I always just work off the reel because it's less waste. Anyway. Okay, now these I have with little stoppers here. I think I want to start up here. Start from the top. Work my way down. So we're going to have a couple of beads. Maybe. So I have this. 1, 2. Whoop. 2. And then we're going to do a melon bead. And we're going to put a bead cap. I don't like pulling off there. It's just pain in the butt. I think I'm going to slip them down and pull that all the way off. All the way off. I just want to try and keep everything in sequence because there is a pattern here and I don't want to mess up the pattern. Okay, and the other side, bead cap here, bead cap. All right. Yeah, when I first saw these yellow beads, I'm like, ooh, I don't know if that's really going to go with what we have. But, hey, I came up with something, and it works. It works for me. Another bead. I had got a video done last night, so it's released today. Today is Monday. So I thought, well, when I got done today, I don't have to make a video today. But I'm like, no, I better get going, better do something. I gotta do something with my day. Because I'm recovering from a knee surgery, so I should be out in my chair doing my exercises. But I have a responsibility here too. What the heck? Is there a hole there or no? There has to be. Yeah, because they all came off a string. Oh my goodness. Am I half blind? I could be. I don't know. Blind as a bat. Oh, that's funny. Blind as a bat. Okie dokie. And I think I'm gaining weight now. My husband has been doing the cooking, or should I say not cooking. We're ordering out because he doesn't feel like cooking. And he doesn't know what to cook. So I'm like, we got in the car yesterday to go get him a new phone. And I'm like, huh, I have a little bit of a belly here. It looks like I got a little bit of a pouch going on. Like, I think I'm gaining, honey. And he goes, yeah, you probably are because I haven't been cooking diet food. I'm like, yeah, I've noticed that myself. All right, we're going to put on a crimp bead first. And I have my own way of putting on these. I'm going to put on these Colette. It's called a Colette. Colette. Collette, something like that. Not sure exactly, but it is what we call clamshell because it looks like a clamshell. So now I'm going to put on one of these Colettes and then a seed bead. Whoop. So it was on the, there we go. Now what I'm going to do is take this wire back down through the hole. Pull this Colette up. Put the string back beading wire through the hole of the crimp. And then pull that down. Pull it down nice and snug so that you see that the crimp bead is in the pocket of these little domes. So when you close it, it'll close up inside. Just like that. And now I'm going to crimp this to secure it with my crimpers. And we're going to start in the back with the divot. It's got like a little divot there to make like a divot in my crimp. And then we'll go to the front and we will separate our wires and crimp. We got our crimp or our divot, or do we or don't we? Yeah, we do. And then we go in the front and close it up. There we go. Now we're going to cut off this excess. We're going to snip it off and get rid of it. And see ya. Bye-bye. Beautiful. Now, we're going to do the same thing up here. I'm going to give myself about 4 fingers lengths, and I'm going to snip off right here, and we're going to do another one. Wire guard. We're going to do a wire guard. So we're going to do a crimp, and then a wire guard, and we're going to go in one side, up and over, down the other side, and back through the crimp bead. Now I want to pull it down so it meets with the necklace. And I'm going to squeeze this in just a little bit. Let me get my pliers. And we're going to squeeze it in just a little bit. And pull that wire down so it's not sticking out over the wire guard. Doesn't seem to want to. There we go. Just had to use a little extra muscle, I guess. All right. Back groove first. Center the crimp bead in there. Give it just a little bit of room. And there we go. Squeeze. And then we're turn and in the hole. There we go. And squeeze. And clip. Get up there. Whoops. Get up there right next to it. And what the heck, man? What the heck? I just wanted to get really close, and I did not. Okay, now I gotta flip them over this way. And that's probably why. I had them on the wrong direction. But anyway, here is one of our sections. This is going to go where the clasp is going, and this is going to go with our little bat, our bat link. So we're connected. I put these oval dump rings on. Hang on, I gotta take a sip here. I put these on early because I was fussing with them, trying to get them through the hole. So I'm like, well, I'll make things a little easier on myself and put them on. So that's what I did. And then we got this, and then we're going to close it up. Get in there nice and close. There's one side, and then our other side will come on here. That's awfully long. That's really long. All right. Now I think I want to start down at the bottom here and work my way up. Yep. Start from the bottom. Put a couple of these black beads on. They are going to go underneath. I wonder. I hope. Maybe. Yeah, I was wondering about that bead. Maybe we only need this one. So we're going to go underneath. And he just fits. Just fits. Just enough on both sides. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. He's set. Now we're going to start from this end, which is the end of the pendant, focal, either way, either one, it works. And then we're going to do one of these, the dog hair off my fingernail. Oop. All right. Yeah, so anyway, I think I'm gaining weight, and it's like, so last night we ordered out, he ordered out again, we ordered Jimmy John's. He's like, Jimmy John's delivers. So I ordered Jimmy John's, we both got sandwiches, and I just chose not to eat. I go, why don't you just take my sandwich to work, and you can have that for work for lunch. And then I just ate I'm on an Optavia diet, so I just ate one of their bars and went to bed. And I was fine, but oh my goodness, I was starving when I got up. I'm like, holy crap, I'm hungry. And I woke up about 4:30, and I couldn't go back to sleep. I had to get up, go to the bathroom, and then I couldn't go back to sleep. I had trouble going back to sleep. So now we want to do another one of these collattes. I'm going to use this one over here and this one. And we need a crimp bead. Do I have two? I have two. Yep. Crimp bead first. Collette next. And then our seed bead. Right down in the middle there. We're going to take our wire up and over and back through that hole, down through the crimp bead, and pull up nice and snug. So you got that crimp bead, or the bead in there, seed bead, and we're going to close it up, separate the wires, and we will crimp. That's why. There we go. Crimp, turn, and fold. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Okay, doke. Now we're going to cut it off. Flush end this way and snip. Okay, that comes together with the other end of this. So we'll connect it through these holes here on the collet. Come on, get in there. I have 18 gauge. These jump rings are 18 gauge, so they're a little harder to get. Oh, I see. Let me fix my hole here. I gotta line them up. Line them up. There we go. Pinch them closed. And get that right through, just like that. Just like downtown. Okay, get that, and then we'll get this closed. It's slipping around. Why is it slipping around? I'm not. Oh my goodness. Like that. They're rubbing together, so when they're rubbing together, you know it is snug. Okay, that is one part, and then here's our other part. And now I'm going to, I actually have to cut off part of this wire because we're going to go through and get this done and then go up to this side of the bat. So I'm going to cut off the rest of the wire. Hopefully I'm not wasting too much. I want to give myself enough to work with. So I got this part, that part, that part. Okay, well, here goes. I'm going to snip it. Wish me luck. Okay, bat. Here we go. And then we got another bead. Another bead. Of course, they're all beads. Goofball. All right, we have a bead cap, a melon bead, and a bead cap. Oop. Bead, black bead, or I'm not really sure. It's not really black. Okay, now I just dropped a bead. I think that goes right there. We go 2 of these. 1, 2. Oh my goodness. I feel my elbows pulling this mat. I have a rubber mat underneath here because I have something else going on underneath this mat. What the heck? I am blind as a bat, guys. In the center. There we go. And I'm going to show you, once I get done here, what I'm working on. For one, it's, wait, don't want that. Just, I'm going to show you what I'm using for, to make everything so it don't tarnish. I found this video and I'm going to share it with you. The secrets. I have this other stuff. I have this, but you have to shake it up. You have to paint it on, wait for it to dry, and then you have to rub it off, and it's a process. Well, so is this other part is a process, but not as much as, you don't have to rub. You just paint everything on. Okay, and then we're down to our melon, and we're going to be attaching to our bat on the other side. Yeah, I opened the bead thing and I saw these yellow beads. I'm like, I'm going to use these first because I don't like them. I don't care for the yellow. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to come up with. But hey, this works. I think it works. I like it. Okay, now we're going to do I have to cut it off anyway. Oh, jeez. I don't know. I don't know about my sometimes. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Okay, we're going to do crimp bead, collet, and seed bead. Bring it all the way down to the bottom because we're going to end up snipping it off. I gotta take another drink. My mouth is so dry. It gets so dry. Anybody else have that problem? It's like, oy, oy, oy. Where's the, oh, uh-oh, there it is. I'm like, I know I put one on. I did put a seed or a crimp bead on. Here it is. I went down inside the bead cap. Now, we're going to pull this all the way down. Pull this all the way down. And pull this down all the way to the bottom. Pull down. So now this is where it's going to be a little finicky. You got to get that wire. You don't want all this wire showing, or I don't anyway. It just doesn't look very nice. I want to use a pair of pliers here and just hold on to one side. That's the wrong side, I guess. And pull down. Keep pulling down. And pull down. It's too much wire. Too much wire. Pull down. Okay. A little bit more. It needs a little bit more. And the part of it is hard. Now, see. There we go. There we go. That looks good. Now we're going to close this up. Use a pair of pliers and get it so I can grab a hold of it. Get it so I can grab a hold of it. And squeeze shut. And then we're going to crimp. Get our crimp bead right in there. Center it. Pull down on it. Get it nice and snug. There's a little bit of wire there still. But I guess we'll just have to live with it because it is difficult to get down. Squeeze and turn and squeeze. There we go. And then we're going to snip this off. And then we're going to connect to our next bat. There we go. And then I got all my tools all piled up. Okay. Use my bent nose and my flat nose and bring it together. Nice. Okay. We're getting there, people. We're getting there. Okay. Last part. I think I got enough wire here. All right. We're going to do the crimp bead And then a collet, 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 right here. There. And a seed bead. Get that seed bead in there. And now we're going to bring the wire up and over and back down through that hole and back through the seed bead. I'm going to bring this wire down more and bring it nice and snug. And then we can close that up. This part is so easy because you don't have any beads on there to contend with. So, and we're going to crimp. Get the crimp in the back groove. Center it and squeeze. And turn and squeeze. 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 There we go. Ta-da! Okay, now I just clip off this little bit here. And that's our waist. And then we'll connect that to our other side of our bat. And close it up. Wrong way. And there we go. Nice. Okay. Final run. We're done. Okay. Now I have to make sure I'm putting everything in order because looks like it got out of order again. Okay. Bead cap. Oh my goodness. I want to do here, this one right here. And then a bead. And then a couple of these little beads, little crystal. 1, 2. And then one of these. Spacer beads. Another chevron crystal. And another one of these spacers. Crystals. And then we got one of these. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Do I have this right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's my 6th bead? Hang on, I gotta get my 6th bead out. Evidently I can't count. Doop. So I'm looking at the pattern and I'm like, Okay, now we got that, and now we're gonna do another one of these bead caps, a melon bead, the other side of the bead cap, and another bead, spacer, chevron, spacer, bead cap, melon, the other side of the bead cap, and 2, wait, what am I? Right there. Okay, something's wrong. Oh, I forgot my bead right here. I went and got it out and then I didn't use it. Okay. Now we have our bead. And then we're going to do our bead cap, melon bead, bead cap, and 2 of these. I think these, what were these, obsidian? I think. Yeah, I definitely cut off enough wire. There we go. Okay, now we're going to drop down, crimp bead, and we're going to do a wire guard up here, wire guard up, and over, down through, and back through the crimp bead, and pull. Hang on to this part up here, pulls down, get it all the way down to your necklace, and pull down. There we go. Okay, don't want that wire sticking up over the wire guard, so we gotta pull down a little bit. There we go. That's better. Okay, give it some room. It's gotta have a little wiggle room. You don't want it, you want your beads in tension all the time because one of them will snap. What time is it? Oh, my husband's home. Yeah, I'm doing a video late today. Usually I do it right away in the morning, but just couldn't do it this morning. I couldn't. All right, now we're going to attach our clasp, and we have another oval jump ring, and we're gonna swing this open and sling that on, and then sling this on, and we're gonna close it up. And then the other side, we're going to swing this open, sling this on, sling it on, and then give it some room to get in there. Get on there, and close it up. And there we have our necklace. Back crazy. Hang on, it came apart on me. There we go. There we go. Keep it together. And I'm going to move some wires, move some pliers, and that, and these. Okay. And let's see, get this down like this so we can get everything in there. And there she is. Bat crazy. There we go. And maybe not so much. Try to get it all in there, and it's proving to be difficult. There we go. Can you see it all? Is it all there? Yeah. So we have that, and the melon beads, black and yellow. I like it. I do. I think it's nice. I like it. Now what I have going on underneath here, I'm gonna move this out of the way somewhere, right over here. And I'm going to take and here is my rubber mat. And I didn't grab any gloves. All right, well, I'll grab with these. Now I made these yesterday. These earrings and this bracelet. And what I did is I took denatured alcohol, not rubbing alcohol, denatured. And I took this brush, dipped it in a little dish, and wiped all my human skin oils off everything, and do it on both sides. And that's what I did yesterday. Now today, I have this Protector Clear, Universal Protector Clear coat. So if you want to write it down, you can. I'll leave it here for just a little bit, because I know when you're trying to write something down or find a pen, they take it away from the screen too fast. And then you got to go back, pause, and then you got all that writing on there. You got to read through the writing. Alrighty. Oh, I think you got it. Should we? Okay. You got your pen? Did you write it down? Okay. All right. Now this is what's in here. And there's a little bead in there. Shake it up. Shake it up. Get it all mixed. And then all you're going to do, I'm going to hang on. My husband's home, so hang on. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now, I'm going to take this brush, and I'm just going to paint everything. Just get everything painted. Just brush it on. Get everything you can. And then let it dry overnight. And then voila, there you go. This stuff will go down and go around the bead. And we'll just get this all coated. Which I'm behind. I have I have another video I gotta do. Oh, you know what? That was the video I was going to do in the first place. Oops. When I get done with all my bargain bead box necklaces, bracelets, whatever I made, earrings, at the end, I do this is what I made with my box kind of video. And I haven't been doing that. I did one, and I haven't been doing it, so I'm going to start doing that again. I have a bag, a plastic bag that says BBB on it. So I put all my bargain bead box in that, and then I will show you what I made that month. See how easy this is? And then you flip it over and you do the other side. And I don't have any gloves, so I'm just gonna do this side. Get everything as much as possible. There we go. Get our little gold leaves. They're 18 karat, so they won't tarnish as fast, but then they shouldn't tarnish with this on. So I'm going to do this side, and then with gloves, you don't want to touch it with your human skin oils, because then this will not stick, and it kind of defeats the purpose. And it doesn't hurt the beads. So give them a little extra shine, I guess. And we'll finish this up, and I'm done with this side. And that's it. That's it, people. That's it. You just denatured alcohol, get all your human skins off there so that this stuff will stick, and you just paint it on. And then you just let it dry, and then you can sell it, and then people will come back to you because you don't have tarnished jewelry. So, all right. Well, that's the end of this video, people. So until next time, happy beading.